everyone, welcome to another new video. Today's video we'll be talking about a palette. Okay, so it has been a while since I reviewed a palette, and this time Woomer, W-O-O-M-E-R, sent me their 9-color pocket watercolor palette, this one for review. As an urban sketcher, I love testing compact, travel-friendly art supplies. It retails from $16.99 on Amazon, so it makes it a very affordable option. But does it perform well? Okay, we will find out. So let's unbox this. I like how they actually have included some of this information on the packaging. For example, the colors that's included in the set is designed by Shenzhen Woomer cultural and creative company. It's made in China. The palette measures 6.5 times 6.5 and 2.5 centimeter in dimension. It weighs 68 grams. This makes it ultra portable. So let's see what's in this package. It comes with a kind of a translucent water cup, which there and you see on the water cup there is two little holder, and see how that works. It is a very cute lavender, like a mint green color. Woomer is printed at the top, and there's a little notch where you can then open up the palette. So the palette comes with a kind of a swatch card, like they have printed the names, and the names do correspond perfectly with what's on the packaging. It comes unpainted, so I already painted it, which is why I could see the colors here. You can actually remove the card. You get an extra space here that is a kind of a mixing area, and it opens up with two extra mixing areas. So there's actually 3 mixing areas with one section here subdivided into 4 smaller wells, and it's great for keeping the color separated. So this small water cup over here, it will attach to the slot like over here. So it does attach itself quite well, okay, on the cover. It is designed such that it protrudes out. So I think there's 2 ways you can think about using the container. You can either hold with your palm, in your palm. So if you hold in your palm and you place the palette with the cover on the whole palm, this water container will kind of sit outside like this. And it's quite sturdy. I don't think it would fall. And there's extra weight with the water anyway. And you could just, switch around. You could put it in any of these sides, whichever that you fancy. So you can hold this in your hands, or you can slot it and then just put it on the table, on the surface. And however, it will be in an angle. Okay, just make sure you don't use less water so that it does not come off. But I think this is also another way. You could, if you do not want to slot it in, just put it on the tabletop like this. So let's see how it compares with the other palettes. This is a one from Romanche Mall. but this is a very common design. A lot of palettes have this kind of configuration. Of course, if you look at it, the biggest difference is the size and of course the weight, because this is made from metal. It's at least like twice the weight, but there's a lot of mixing space, and of course you could use like half pans and stuff. You could put water here, but it might spill over, so there isn't a water cup for this. Right, so this is the kind of the most common one. There is this one where it's made up of a little clip, and it has these slots to kind of I think I've reviewed this one as well. So it allows you to kind of like clip this to your paper. So you can actually clip this to your paper or your sketchbook, and you have this mixing area. And it's pretty light, about the same weight, but it does not have a water container. And I think it does not have as many mixing areas, because you only have 1 mixing area here, and here you have 3. This is just a little comparison with what most sketchers currently have. So I'm going to start swatching from this first color over here. It's called light yellow. Okay, it's PY13. It's supposed to be a kind of a good light fastness, because it has 4 stars on the light fastness scale. Semi-transparent color. Okay, so again, this is how I normally do it. I would use it like kind of straight, and then I would use kind of add water to the end, and just kind of swatch the colors down to kind of just let the water move. So I feel the color is quite strong. It doesn't seem like a light yellow per se. It seems to be a middle yellow. But I guess like that's the only yellow they have, so they could have just called it like yellow. Okay, Then let's swatch the second color, which is Oriental Orange. Oriental Orange is made from PO13, all right, and PR242. So it's a mixture of a kind of an orange pigment and a red pigment. It's a 4-star on the light fastness, and it's supposed to be semi transparent color. The third one is called Permanent Red, so it's PR254. It's a very common kind of a color. Okay, so this color is a middle red colors. I'm quite surprised by the color. I think this is quite strong, quite a nice color. Not too bad, not too bad. Has 5-star on a light fastness, semi-opaque color. Next color is kind of a magenta color. So they call this color Quinacridone Rose. Okay, so it's PV19. Okay, I'm not sure whether the PV19 here is like a queen rose color or if it's like a magenta. Oh, it's a nice, I think it's a kind of a cross between the queen rose color and the queen purple color. There's another deeper color. So this is kind of the middle. It has 4-star on the light fastness and it's transparent. Okay, then we have this color is lilac purple. Okay, it's made from 2 pigment. Oh, nice. Okay, it's PR122 and PV23. So it's not in your face. I quite like this color. It's not that kind of in your face purple color. You know, there are these like really strong magenta that we always get from like the dioxazine purple. There seems to be some sort of like separation coming up. Wow. 3-star on the light fastness, semi-opaque color. Very nice separation. Like it. Next color we have Cobalt Blue. Okay, so Cobalt Blue is PB28. Okay, so okay, very nice. Nice color. I think it's a little bit soft. It's quite transparent, as you can see. So it's 5-star on the light fastness, and it is transparent. Okay, so let me just see if I can get it to get any more opaque. Yeah, no. So it's very transparent, and it's granulating as well. Can you see that granulation? Next, we have Ultramarine PB29, Ultramarine Deep. Okay, so it's 5 stars on the light fastness and it's transparent. Phaeocyanine Green, okay, PG7. So this is your typical. This is the bluer version of your phthalo green, transparent color and very light fast. Okay, and the final color, Payne's Gray. I'm glad they didn't give like ivory black. So Payne's Gray, very interestingly, is made from PG7. Let me see. PG7. Yeah, PG7, which is this one, and PB15, which it seemed very, very dark. I'm not sure if PG7 and PB15 can give us something as dark as this. Okay, I seriously, I'm not sure. Okay, like this is PG7, is this one. PB15 is a blue-green, so I'm not sure if these two colors can give you this color. Is that a mistype? Yeah, you guys see for me lah, huh? Is it PBK7? It does not seem like it's a PG7 and PB15 because most of the time PG7 and PB15 is kind of the combination you will use for like a turquoise color, like a marine blue color. Anyway, it's 4 stars on the light fastness and it's a semi-opaque color. So just a summary of the colors after the swatching. I feel like some colors are bright and they pop off the paper, and some are more subtle and pastel-like. And I also noticed that there aren't any earth tones and there's just one gray. So if you like to have pre-mixed neutrals, you may need to mix them yourself, which I'll show you how to later on. So now for the real test, urban sketching at a cafe. The size is great for A6 painting, and I feel like the mixing area is sufficient. If you want to be holding both the palette and the sketchbook in one hand, which is what I was doing, you won't be able to clip the water container, so you probably need to place it on a surface. It's not a big issue, but just something that you need to consider if you often sketch while standing up. And again, there was some mixing involved to get like the earthly tones that are so common in urban sketching. And since the set lacks brown, I had to create my own by blending the orange and the yellow with their complement. But it works, but it just means that you have to spend time, you have to know the mixing, how to mix them, and having a pre-mixed earth tone would make the process much quicker. The setup works, but what about the colors? Let's test their mixing next. To test how well these colors mix, I tried them on a pre-printed line artwork of a shopfront that I have included in a shopfront challenge. And this was printed on a watercolor paper. Some colors blended beautifully, while others need more work to achieve depth, and also found that achieving a kind of a ochre or rich brown requires mixing since there's no earth tone in the set. While this takes an extra step, I think it could be a fun challenge if you love experimenting with color mixing. I've prepared a color mixing chart over here where I mix all the different, have different combinations of all the 9 colors. And just to highlight that if you are looking at an easy way to mix an earth color, you would consider using the orange with many of these other mixture with the other colors. Especially with the purple and the blue, you do get like a kind of a brown ochre, yellow ochre color, and then you even get a burnt sienna-ish color with the blue. And if you are looking for something more deep, you could actually use more of that blue, and that would give you like a kind of burnt, deep umber, burnt umber-ish color. And if you're looking, there is a gray, right, in form of a Payne's gray, but if you like to have different types of gray color neutralized, neutral tones, you could think about complementary colors, like for example, like green with like a magenta, like give you quite a nice purple. You can even, like with the red, you can get something more like a gray color. So there are all these options that you can consider, and very useful, especially if you have a palette like this, to do your own mixing chart, and then from there you can help identify what are those colors that when mixed give you the tones that is lacking in the palette. While mixing works well, if you prefer to have ready-made earth tones and neutrals, there's another option, and that is to customize your palette with paints that you already have. These are really kind of in a block, and there seem to be some of these like gaps, and you could just use some sort of tweezer or even like a butter knife, and you could just you can take out the paint easily from the individual wells. They in fact glued down the pigment blocks onto the wells. And after this, what you need to do is just to wipe off like the residues from the wall and put in your paint. So unfortunately, you can't fit a half pan because it's too big a size, unless you have something smaller, all right? Otherwise, half pan doesn't work. Just squeeze in your preferred tube paint and then let them dry overnight, and you will have a custom pocket palette with the colors that you love. Is this the right palette for you? Okay, so if you're looking for an affordable, ultra portable palette for quick sketches and you don't mind mixing your own colors, this could be a fun addition to your kit. If you prefer ready-made neutrals or you need some sort of self-contained setup, you may want to tweak it by adding your own paints, especially for the earth tones and neutrals that you really like. So what do you think? Would you try this palette? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see similar content, okay? See you in the next video. Bye-bye!